everybody, welcome back to something very different. Actually, first time I've ever done this on my channel. We're doing what I'm calling an opinion video. And it's about Doctor Who. So I know because I've already been asked a couple of times, a lot of you guys are going to wonder what my thought is on the 13th Doctor and the casting of the 13th Doctor. And I will tell you, I have some issues, but they might not be what you think they are. So I'll just give you a little, this will be a couple minutes, and I can't wait to see what the thumb ratio on this one's going to be, because I think a lot of people are going to be upset, and then a lot of people are going to agree. But it should make for an interesting comment section, and we'll see how this goes. So they announced the 13th Doctor today, and I should have caught the name. I'm sorry, it's like Jeanette or something. But anyways, it is a woman, and you know what? A lot of people are going to have a problem with that. I don't really have a problem with that. That doesn't bother me. That could be interesting. At the very least, it's just because I'm so used to it being a man. It may take me a little adjustment, but whatever. If the writing's good, the show will be good. Really, the problems I have with it is like two real problems and then a jokey problem. And again, this is all just personal taste and personal opinion. But one of the things I really loved about this recent Doctor, Peter Capaldi, is I loved that when they restarted his regenerations, that he was a grumpy old man again. Much like first Doctor, William Hartnell from 1963. And I really thought what they were going to do was going to be brilliant, and that they were going to like basically have him keep de-aging through regenerations now. So, you know, like, since Matt Smith was kind of so young and everything, and I know ages in the original Doctors kind of fluctuated a little bit, but for the most part, you had kind of old, little younger, little younger, little younger, little younger, all the way down to Matt Smith, who was fairly young, you know, play the Doctor. And then they restarted it back to somebody that was the first Doctor's age, William Hartnell, and I thought that was really cool. So I thought they were going to continue that. So really my biggest issue is I feel like they went a little too young with this new casting choice. Now, I will say not as young as I feared they were going to do. I thought, you know, they might go all the way back to like, let's get a cute Matt Smith type again. And don't get me wrong, I love Matt Smith. I love all the Doctors. I do, of course, have my ranking, and even if it's on the bottom, I still love that Doctor. So I'm not complaining about that. But I kind of feel like, at least instead of going from a, let's use the original Doctors as a comparison. If Capaldi is Hartnell, at least instead of going from a Hartnell down to a Matt Smith, I feel more like they went from a Hartnell to maybe a Tom Baker. Which, you know, if she can be the modern Tom Baker, that's fantastic. But I do feel like I feel like they skipped a couple of generations, or regenerations. Sorry, I know that's a bad pun, but I had to make it. So and again, that's just personal taste. I can get over that. I'm glad they just didn't go super young with it. So that's my biggest issue. But my other issue, and this is kind of mild. Again, I can get over this. And I would have to see a side-by-side picture, which I may or may not be popping up in this video. I don't know. I feel though the new Doctor, when they should have just changed her hair or something. But she looks a lot like Kate Lethbridge Stewart, you know, the Brigadier's daughter, who's the head of unit. Granted, we haven't seen her in the show in a little while, but I'm like, well, they look very, very similar. So maybe that's going to be a story point or something. I don't know, but I'm a little surprised by that. I'm like, wow, she looks a lot like when I first saw it. I thought, oh, you know, because I saw it with like the sound off and everything. I was like, oh, it's Kate Lethbridge Stewart, and she's going to see the new Doctor. So that threw me off a little bit. And I think that's really more just makeup and hair and design. Maybe that kind of stuff will tweak over time. Maybe I'm just remembering it wrong, but those are my only real issues. And again, those are actually just minor quibbles. The other thing that I will have an issue with, and this is more my joke issue, I don't really have an issue with this, is now I can't really read comment threads on anything related to Doctor Who for a while, because I'm just not ready to put up with that amount of bitchy little boys that can't handle that she's a woman now. And again, like I said, it is going to take me some getting used to. I get that, you know, there may be a knee-jerk reaction, but you know what? I'm gonna give it a chance, like we all should, man. If they can write stories as strong as like the last couple episodes have been of this last run for Capaldi, then it's gonna be pretty fantastic. And at least it is something a little bit different, and it does open up some fun questions. I saw one comment about this should make for interesting fanfic about the 13th Doctor and River's song. I'm like, yeah. And shit, laughing at my own jokes. And but anyways, yeah, I'm willing to give it a shot. Again, I'm not going to judge a book by its cover. It's not as bad for what I wanted as it could have been, and it's good. I'm not like saying it's bad at all. So that's kind of my opinion on that. So for those of you that wanted to know, that's what I think about the 13th Doctor. And I'm just excited to see the Christmas special and how that's tying together. I don't want to spoil anything if no one's seen the lead up yet. And then see where we go from there and what the regeneration is going to be like and all of that. And then, you know, we get a 13th Doctor. Who would have thought the show that started in 1963 is still running today and still being awesome? So I'm just happy for that. Other things, I don't think there's really any other opinions to give right now. I would like to see a Star Wars trailer. I'm gonna go react to the behind the scenes footage, things like that. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But that's my opinion on the 13th Doctor. Go ahead and drop your opinions in the comments. I will say this though, if you start using hate speech or you start using like extremely rude fucking language, like if you're like, I mean, I like people to be able to say what they want to say. I'm not going to be super strict about deleting shit, but I mean, if you get really horrible in the things you're saying, I might have to get rid of it. So just be polite about it. As long as you're polite, let's have a civil discussion, and I definitely want to hear everybody's thoughts in the comments below. So do that. Let's geek out, because Doctor Who is totally geek out worthy. You guys know that. And yeah, so other than that though, click that thumbs up button of encouragement. You know, at least I was being honest about an opinion. Why that hand gesture is wrong. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here and go have more opinions, I guess. So I'll see you all later. Halsey.